Bo, have you heard? Trump Gaza is happening. It's peace around the world.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
I know. Caveats to everyone watching. We don't really want to talk about Israel, Gaza. We don't really care about either place. All caveats that, all sort of checks and balances to one side. Everyone's saying their side is this and their side is that. We're English. We're not interested. Okay. But we've got to cover this because Keir Starmer is heading off out to Egypt, he says, to some peace summit thing, basically. I don't know why. Just going to shuffle around and just be a nasally fuckwit, I'm sure. Just an awkward weirdo. Yeah, I mean, this was, again, at the time of recording, this has now actually been updated. So it was originally, this was stated on the 11th of October. We're recording on the 12th of October, Sunday the 12th. But it's now been updated a little bit further. And yeah, so the Prime Minister will attend an international peace summit in Egypt on Monday, where the peace plan for Gaza will be signed. And that's what Downing Street has said. So, I mean, this is a good thing. What's your take on just the overall peace thing? Because we did cover the peace deal, or the 10 points for peace, didn't we? What's your overall opinion on the fact that it's happening, I guess?
Well, I suppose the very, very first thing, the broadest thing I think I would say about it is that, like everything else, it will just be a hiatus in the violence. It's not like a true peace. I don't think anyone really believes that, right? I don't think anyone's like, oh, we can all start singing Kumbaya now. Oh, there'll be no animosity between Islam and Judaism anymore, right? No one thinks that. I mean, no one's claiming that even, really, are they? But I just see it as until they get the hostages back, that's the one thing. Until Israel stop, basically completely flattening Gaza, it's not really anything in my mind. Once again, I increasingly care less about this.
You didn't care much to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. Someone the other day just on Twitter was replying to our videos about Greta, saying what a good thing she'd done and stuff. And there's other people that are sort of on our side of the aisle that are sort of pro-Greta in some way because they're so anti-Israel. And I just don't get it. I don't buy it. I'm not interested. They start talking about how Israelis treat settlers in the West Bank. Don't care. Just don't care anymore.
Just to clarify, that doesn't mean we're pro-Israel either, just as an FYI.
We're
right. Pro neither, just to clarify.
No, absolutely not pro-Israel. Trust me, bro. Trust me, I'm not pro-Israel. Yeah, I just couldn't care less. It's an interminable thing. They both claim by right of God the same bit of land. And what can you do with that? What can you do with that until both sides are genuinely prepared to share it, whatever that means, whatever that would look like? And neither side are, basically, or some in those camps are, but the majority aren't. Not interested in that. So Trump can make a deal, Blair can make a deal, the UN, whoever, can talk about it and play blame games. It won't make much difference in the long run. There'll be further outrages from the Muslim side and further reprisals, extreme reprisals from the Israeli side. Nothing ends. This is just one more tiny little chapter in a never-ending cycle of hell, really.
Well, speaking of things that never end, my prediction came true.
What was that? What one?
They're still marching.
Right.
They literally marched yesterday in London, tens of thousands of them.
Yeah.
Like, give it up. What are you doing? I said this would happen because they've not had boot to heel stamped down on them. They've been allowed to do this for years. now, literally years, every single weekend for years. I said that they would not stop. I said it in a recent video here on the channel, and we've spoken in private. They will not stop because they have not had force shown at them. I'm not all for like authoritarian state overreach, obviously, but good lord, at a certain point, like the thing is, it's so annoying because we shouldn't even have to deal with this crap in this country, but we do. And so then the question comes in, well, yeah, they should probably have the heel stamped down on them. And it's like, I don't really want to be championing state, or totalitarianism, to be honest. But these kind of idiots will never. These kind of people will just keep doing it until very, very harsh, severe consequences are met with their actions. And also, I mean, ultimately, what are you trying to get now?
Yeah.
Like, or what? It's just not good enough for you. Okay, well, they're signing it, so
yeah. If Hamas have come to the table, but it's not good enough for the UK Muslims or the UK virtue signalling white boomer libtards. Okay, all right, yeah, I understand. Now I understand. Brilliant. I get it. It's not really about Gaza exactly. It's not really about that. It's about fucking up our country one way or another by any means necessary. Again, hopefully this doesn't come across as pro-Israeli. I am not pro-Israeli, but I would stamp down on those Gaza fucking protesters with an iron fist. I would end their protests. Every time they're going to do one, I'd flood the zone with cops. Flood it. Riot cops. Mounted police. Bring in the goddamn Marines if I had to. You're not doing this anymore. That's how I would deal with it. And that's not coming from a pro-Israeli angle. That's coming from a pro-England angle. England, sir. England first. These scumbags. You're right. You're absolutely right. You called it right, and you're absolutely right. They won't stop until they're forced to, because that's how they roll. Both leftists and Islamists. That's how they roll. That they take as much as they can possibly take until they're stopped.
Can't appease them. That's the thing. It's the bottom line.
No, right.
There's no appeasing these people. No appeasing them. Did you know we had an important role behind the scenes in this peace deal? Did you know that? Did you know that?
Did we?
No, of course we didn't. And actually, Ambassador Mike Huckabee came out and basically called out Bridget Phillipson and just said, "You're delusional. Literally, she's delusional, and she can thank Donald Trump anytime." Just to set the record straight. So let's have a watch of this and see the response, because I think it's hilarious.
In shaping this, it's right that we do so because it's in all of our interest, including our own national interest, that we move to a lasting peace in the region.
Well, when you say behind the scenes, like what? I mean, what it seems to everybody else in the world that this has been done by Trump and the Israelis and Hamas. What part did we play?
These are complex matters of diplomacy that we are involved in, but we do welcome and recognise the critical role that the American government played in moving us to this point. What matters now, of course, is how we move beyond this immediate end to the war, moving towards that lasting peace that we all want to see. And that is why we've recognised a Palestinian state, but why alongside that, we're committed to making sure that a safe and secure Israel endures.
The reason I ask this is because, as you say, we recognise a Palestinian state. Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, said that actually made it more difficult to land the deal. What's really going on here? I mean, was that some sort of clever strategic double bluff? I mean, the Americans say we made it more difficult. You're saying that we played this key part. What's true?
Well, we believed as a government that it was the right thing to do to recognise the Palestinian state because of the way in which the conflict had developed over the last 2 years, that if that hadn't happened, we would be in a position where there would no longer be that viable option of a Palestinian
But the
state.
Israelis were furious with us. The Americans said that we actually hampered the deal. What was the positive role that we played?
It was the right thing to do. and we will always act as a government in that manner. I do obviously understand that not everyone agrees with that decision, but given the scale of the conflict and what needed to happen, we felt it was the right thing to do to recognise that Palestinian state. But I should also just emphasise that the reason this conflict, of course, this phase of the conflict has began, was following the appalling events, the appalling atrocities of the 7th of October. And as we, over the course of the next 24 hours, what we all want to see are as many hostages as possible released home to their families and those brought home.
Oh, Bridget Phillipson, the master of diplomacy, eh? Oh, this is why a lot of people hate politicians, because that is a perfect example of just being a robot. Just being a robot, just saying lines, like he asks her a question and she answers a different thing. She answers a different question. At one point he says, no, but so what did we do? You said we did something behind the scenes. Like, what was it? And she just says, it was the right thing to do. So you're not answering the question then. So blatantly not even attempting to answer the question. Just moving on, talk about something else. This is why people hate, like, she's like an automaton, like a politician bot, like, and so wooden, like as if she's the education secretary. She's got nothing to do with foreign affairs. She's not at the FCO, the Foreign Commonwealth Office. She's not anything to do with it. She doesn't know. We obviously didn't have anything to do with it. Obviously. So that's just a lie. That's just bullshit. That's just embarrassing bullshit. The fact that Mike Huckabee, he's ambassador to Israel, isn't he? I think that he had to come out and say that's delusional. Wow, that's embarrassing. That's super embarrassing.
Million views.
Oh. Bridget Phillipson, like some sort of Sunday morning politics droid. It was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do. These people. Can't we just have people that just talk normally and are just like a bit normal? Again, that's one of the things Farage is quite good at. Like, he does come across as normal, and if someone like tries to really paint him into a corner, like we'll nearly always be able to get out of it, or even sometimes admit, say, look, I was wrong about that in the past or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's not in full robot mode 100% of the time, right? Anyway, this deal that they've made, and Starmer going to Egypt. Like, yeah, why? Why does he need to be there? He's got nothing to do with it. Well, we got the real power there, probably. Blair's probably already there.
Of course
making the real calls.
He's going to be leading it, isn't he? So of course he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Gaza dystopia is paving the way for what we're going to be getting here if he has his way. So
the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if both parties, i.e., the Israeli government and Hamas, just renege on anything they agree to. Both of them have got a long history with doing that. Yeah, Hamas will sign a bit of paper. Pardon me. Will sign a bit of paper in Cairo or somewhere saying they'll give the hostages back and they'll hand over authority to somebody else. And then when the actual crunch moment comes, the moment when they've got to do that, they just don't do it. Or Israel say, oh yeah, we'll stop just pounding Gaza flat. I saw an aerial view of a bit of Gaza the other day, and it really was, not a single building standing. I mean, it really did look like Dresden or Hiroshima or whatever. Israel might say, yeah, we'll stop doing that. And then they just don't. They'll say, we'll stop doing that if you give you the hostage back. They give the hostages back, or there's some sort of exchange of people. And then Israel, like, either right away or like a week later or a month later, just continue doing it. Both these parties are untrustworthy. They're not trustworthy partners in anything. Right? I saw a podcast the other day. Who's that Bet Davis dude? He's got a massive podcast. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
And he had a CIA guy on there. Just a little anecdote. Just one little data point. CIA guy on there, been in the CIA for 30 years, whatever. And he said that a few years back, they stopped allowing any Israeli agents, any Mossad agents or whatever, any military intelligence people into the main building in Langley, Virginia, because they always have to meet in another location, a safe house somewhere else, because they would always bring gifts. Pardon me. They would always bring gifts, which is just normal diplomatic sort of thing. And the gifts were always bugged. Right? No, but this is the point. Always. The podcaster dude goes, "What? You don't mean all of them?" And he was like, "No, 100% of the time, if they gave you something, an object or anything, it would be bugged." Right? So even the Americans cannot trust the Israelis, sort of, ever. That's just one little example, but everyone knows what I'm talking about. Right? No, I don't trust the Palestinians or the Israelis to do what they say they're going to do. So what do you do with that? What do you do with that? It's like you've got a feral cat that just might go berserk at any instant, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Nothing. I don't know.
Well, peace in Gaza. Let's see how it goes, I guess. See how it goes.